Well, it's June 11th. It's time to take a deep breath and take a look at our month. Hey, Team Thrive. So you guys noted that we have a great promo that's just put into our page called Are You Summer Ready? Well, I'm super excited about it. I know you are too. And I want to give you a little bit of a soundbite. I'm going to cover about 20 items. I'm going to do it in under 10 minutes. So I'm going to have to go really, really fast. Okay. So first off, this promo is for clients and it has a great offer of $50 of sponsorship for new clients on top of what they already get. That's cool. They've also got something in there for us coaches with the Thrive with 3, which gets you some promo cash for going to convention. And then there's a $50 off sponsorship for the first 5 coaches that we bring on. So there's a lot of good reasons. Now, the first thing that has to happen is to have a belief in the fact that this is going to work. Why is this going to work? Well, it's going to work because summer is one of the very best times to have a promotion for Optavia. And the reason is people are wearing less clothes, so they're more mindful of losing weight. What a great time for people to start on a program. And also they're more active, so they desire better health and energy. And we know what that does for people on Optavia. Third, fresh vegetables. Come on, lean and greens are going to take on a whole new flavor. There's the complex ones, but the very simple ones, a lot of people do, the steamed vegetables or the salads. They've got so many choices for summer. Come on, now's the best time to start. Also, people are on the go. They're going places. And now they can take their Optavia on the go fuelings with them, and they can keep their body fueled without spending a lot of money and having to hunt for standing in line for French fries or something. So we've got a lot of reasons that summer works. Now, how are we gonna make this work? So we're gonna hit this from a couple different perspectives. So first off, if you're coming into it and you wanna first take a checkup from the neck up before you pick the phone up or before you contact somebody, right? So you wanna review your personal why. Why am I a health coach? Why am I excited about this program? Always come back to your why. That's what gives energy and fuel and spirit of intent behind what it is you're going to share with people. Gets them enthused. Also, review your current reality. What is my current reality right now this month? Well, mine isn't that great because I just had a hip replacement, thus the breathing device. Thus, I'm standing here actually leaning against a walker that I don't want anybody to see. And so I've been laying on my back and I haven't been able to do a whole lot for 10 days. So I got some ground to make up. So maybe you're in the same boat. So we want to jump into it and really be ready to go. But take a look also at your goals for this month. Or if you're, been a coach for a while, now you're doing a map and you compare your map goals with your current reality. That's a structural tension in between. And that now gives you a direction to go and you set your roadmap in place. The next thing I believe that's very important is preach to yourself. The first person to preach to is yourself. Come on, wouldn't churches be a whole lot better if all the pastors preached to themselves first before they preach to us? Come on. So preach to yourself about the program and about the benefits and about the whys. And also don't compare yourself to anybody else, okay? All you want to be is the best version of yourself. If you've heard about some great people that are doing some incredible things. I mean, come on, how did they bring on 20 clients already this month? I might be exaggerating, but some people are doing some great stuff. That can make me feel small. No, I look and say, what are they doing that I could be borrowing from? And now I'm going to be super happy when I bring on 2 or 3 clients, right? So just go for it to become the best version of yourself. Measure yourself against yourself and what you could be and what you are becoming, okay? And remember too, that people need what you have to offer. They need it desperately. And if you don't share it with them, they're never going to get it. And so the next part that I always focus on as well is in the believing in yourself, and believe in yourself every month all the way through that you can accomplish great things. And if you do get an objection, those are your friends. That gives you a way to be able to isolate why they're not moving forward and to be able to address that. If you don't know how to address that, you can come back to them with some new information later that you can get from your business coach, okay? So objections are your friend. The next part is then to go into massive action, okay? We've all heard that practice makes perfect. Most of us know, no, it doesn't. Perfect practice makes perfect. If I keep practicing my mistakes, I'm going to keep making mistakes, right? So we want perfect practice. But perfect practice is only takes you to a certain point. Now what you have to do is go into massive action. If you're not even doing everything the very, very best, sometimes what can be, that can help move you forward is just getting massive action. Try to polish yourself, and that's going to always create more results. And in that massive action, go back to your 100s list. Look at that list, polish it up. How far are you through it? Come back. Have you already hit it? Maybe you need to hit it again. I'll address that in a little bit. Or pull out the top 5 to 10. Have I reached each person? Have I tried multiple times, multiple ways to reach them? And come back to that and look at that. And then also, I found it very helpful, kind of coming out of the fog after this hip replacement and anesthesia and stuff, to jump in and go back to the basics. The basics is always where it's at. And then you apply the cool stuff afterwards. So in the basics, I went back through Optavia Learn, you know, the what is that called? The Lightspeed course center that we go to. And I went into the first 30 days and I let Becca Tinter preach to me. Man, she can really bring it, can't she? She hits it in such detail and so concisely. And I had to answer the questions again. I went back through those. And then also, I went into Harold Preston box on overcoming objections and smoke screens. That was fantastic. Also, I went back through again and to take a look at the scripting and the outline for inviting people to a health assessment. Am I doing all the right things right? Do I need to fine tune just a little bit? It's usually those little tiny differences that make absolutely the biggest difference. And then also you got all those boot camp videos. I mean, one of the things that I have been so amazed with is the level of training that we get at Optavia is absolutely the best in the world by people that aren't paid to do it. And it's phenomenal. And what I also like is they're the presidentials and globals and stuff. They're the people that are doing it. So they're actually not just teaching us, they're out doing it. They're proving that it's worked and it's working for them. So go back through those types of things. Now, let's talk for a moment about recontacting your past potential clients. These are people you've reached out to before. You're kind of wondering if you've been bugging them. Maybe you're afraid that they'll think that you're, being too salesy or whatever. And first off, remember, we're only looking for people that are looking for what we have to offer. We're sharing, we're inviting because we believe in it. And then when they're ready, they're going to move forward. But if we don't invite, people just don't move forward. So you're not bugging them. And one of the things I also found in research in my years of people skill training and so forth was with Toyota. Toyota has billions of dollars to spend in research. And one of the things that they did is they do customer surveys behind all of their customers that have purchased cars. And then the salesperson is rated. One of the revelations to me was the top salespeople that follow up the most and the most consistently are also rated the highest and win the presidential awards. Why is that? Well, there's a key to it. First and foremost is when they contact you, they're first off going to connect with you like we should connect with them about their life, some point of their life, some point of interest in their life that you have a connection with, okay? And find out how that's going. But don't spend a lot of time there because they're busy people and you want to, though, link in with a personal part into their lives. The next thing is critical now is to give them some new information about our program. Okay, well, you say, well, I've already shared the health assessment with them. They didn't move forward and so forth. You don't think that if you looked in the Habits of Health system, you went through our training videos, you went through our 4 pillars, you wouldn't have multiple points of new information you could share with them? You do. Because when you share new information, now you're asking them to make a new decision, not to change their mind. So that's key. And if you don't know and can't come up with something for a few people, ask your business coach. They'd be happy to give you some ideas and some new information that you can share. And then when you're done with that, simply ask them if they'd like to go ahead and get started now. I always find that people a lot of times will say yes, sometimes they'll say no. And if they say no, it's not a personal rejection. It's a no to your current proposal. Or it's a, I'm not ready yet. Don't take it as personal. The word, that's kind of, hey, quiet, Jax. Sorry about that. We've got a dog out here barking. And with that, I think I'm going to have to go because I've got a guy that's spraying my deck and my dog is not happy. With that kind of chaos, have a great June and a sales event, and know that we believe life is messy as health coaches. Take care.